Some of the most important atomic secrets in the world were protected by locks that a young physicist discovered were surprisingly easy to defeat. During the Manhattan Project, the United States developed a weapon capable of leveling cities. The blueprints detailing how to purify uranium and assemble the core were the most highly classified documents on Earth. One of the people running those complex calculations was Richard Feynman, a 25-year-old theoretical physicist brought into the high-stress environment of Los Alamos. Despite the gravity of the work, the project's baseline security was surprisingly thin. The most dangerous blueprints in human history were stored in ordinary wooden filing cabinets. Feynman proved the padlocks on these cabinets were effectively useless. In his spare time, he experimented with basic items, finding he could bypass the locks with a small screwdriver and a bent paperclip. Picking the lock wasn't even strictly necessary. By tilting the wooden cabinet backward, he discovered a long hole in the bottom that allowed him to reach in and pull classified papers right out of the drawer. The facility projected the image of a heavily guarded military base. In practice, the actual mechanism of security was a wooden box with a hole in it. The military eventually responded to these vulnerabilities by upgrading to imposing heavy steel Mosler combination cabinets. On paper, these safes were impenetrable. The three-dial mechanism mathematically meant 1,000,000 possible combinations, but mechanical sloppiness created a shortcut. The lock's tolerances allowed being off by 2 numbers in either direction, shrinking the search from 1,000,000 possibilities down to just 8,000. Feynman also realized the dial whispered its own secrets during the workday. By fiddling with a cabinet that was already open, he could feel the internal catch and deduce the last 2 numbers of the combination in minutes. The most significant flaw, however, was human. Many of the world's most eminent scientists never bothered to change the factory codes from the default settings of 25025 or 502550. The impenetrable steel was a performance. The underlying mechanism of security was sloppy engineering, compounded by the predictable habits of the people using it. Feynman leveraged these flaws to manufacture a reputation for near-magical safe-cracking abilities among his colleagues. Whenever a colleague was locked out of their files, he would arrive and act as if the job was immensely difficult, claiming he needed to go fetch his specialized tools. He already had their last 2 numbers recorded in a private notebook. The screwdriver he brought was just a prop to use while he quickly tested the 20 remaining possibilities for the first number. He would intentionally read a magazine to make his colleagues wait, ensuring they believed he had performed a feat of genius rather than simple preparation. This method faced its ultimate test on a weekend after the war ended. Feynman needed a specific document, but the secure library was closed. He went to the office of Frederick de Hoffmann, a physicist who kept copies of every atomic secret inside 9 imposing Mosler cabinets. While searching the office, Feynman checked the secretary's desk. Scrawled across a sheet of paper was the mathematical constant pi equals 3.14159. He tried 314159, then reversed and inverted the numbers, but nothing opened. De Hoffmann was a physicist. He knew pi was too obvious. Feynman pivoted from attacking the hardware to attacking the man. He assumed his colleague would choose a pattern that was meaningful to a scientist, but slightly less cliché. He turned his attention to the other great mathematical constant, Euler's number, E. He dialed 271828. The safe clicked open immediately. He quickly checked the other cabinets and found that all 9 shared the exact same vulnerability. After retrieving document LA4312, he left a series of taunting notes, "Wise guy, same guy," inside the drawers before closing them. When de Hoffmann returned and found the first note, he spiraled into Cold War paranoia. He believed a foreign agent had bypassed his security and stolen the designs for the atomic bomb. His panic only subsided when he reached the final note with Feynman's signature. The Mosler safe had held, but de Hoffmann's own predictability had provided the combination. The myth of the master safecracker often obscures the reality. Feynman never relied on superhuman hearing or heavy drills. His success relied on basic mathematics, mechanical sloppiness, and the factory defaults left untouched by the lab's elite staff. The deepest flaw in any system is human predictability. Even brilliant people will choose convenient, memorable patterns over the randomness required for true security. Physical defenses are only as strong as the people who manage them. The steel looked secure. The system wasn't.